What's up guys, it's That Pan again. I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at this large-scale cross-region event adjustment thing, and basically that's just a long-winded thing to say that they're going to be adding Island Raid back, right? And they're also going to be adjusting and or scrapping Dark Seal. So this is kind of a pretty interesting update. We'll kind of run through it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. I will say one of my biggest issues with it is how frequent it is, right? And I'll tell you guys about the light at the end of the tunnel real quick, and I want you guys to work with me, okay? So I think like one of the biggest upsides to how frequent it is going to be, for example, let's say you get into G1, right? And you're a normal sized alliance, and I think this is maybe one of the issues that a lot of these big alliances might have is you just have no way of properly competing, right? You have no way of properly trading good. You have no way of having good fights. What if you get into this bracket and you're like, oh, well, I have Island Raid next week. I can just do that and I can just sit this one out, right? Whereas normally you might come in here and you're like, oh, I only have this event once a month. If I don't do it now, I'm going to have to wait a whole another month. And for all I know, I'm going to end up in G1 again. I might as well give it my all, or I might as well give it some of my effort, right? And fill up my hospital, or, you know, heal a few badges, etc., etc. Whereas now you can kind of have the choice at sitting out, kind of picking what fights you want to take and if it's worth it or not, which I think is a really nice aspect and a really nice addition here to kind of put in here. Having said, let's just kind of read through this. So, since the launch of our various large-scale cross-region events, we have received a lot of positive feedback from commanders. Here we shall answer some of the frequent questions about these events and explain their upcoming changes. Question: when will Island Raid return? Answer: the Island Raid is expected to return on the 25th, apparently. It will run to be open for registration once every 2 weeks. And it also is going to say that about AR, but from what it seemed like, they had... Okay, it said registration for the next round will start on the 17th. Like, wait, why the heck is it... Wait, okay. I get what's going on. So we're going to have AR starting really soon, all right? We're going to have that freaking registration starting really soon again, which is insane, honestly. That is kind of crazy. But I guess they're going to have it on every other week, right? Like, they're going to have Island Raid one week, they're going to have AR the other week, and you're going to be bouncing back and forth, like I said. But that is kind of crazy. Like, I expected them to at least put Island Raid next, right? We just did AR. Like, right, we're in it right now, and they're going to put it up again next week. Oh my gosh. That's kind of like overwhelming now that you... Like, now that I look at the date, I'm like, dang, that's pretty close. Like, we're gonna do that again. Regarding Dark Seal, more and more commanders are choosing to leave the Checkpoint 3 area to skip the event. Are there any plans to adjust the event? Answer: we plan to take it down and revamp Dark Seal. The event will be taken down after, I guess, 16th, 17th. I'm assuming that this is when Dark Seal, our next edition of Dark Seal, kind of ends, right? And they're going to let us have it one more time. They're going to take it out, or they're going to just change it how it runs. And I did have this interesting suggestion I saw in Discord from, I think it was a series, right? And he mentioned, oh, possibly starting in Zone 1 and building your way into, like, I don't know, trying to hit Zone 3 or something. I mean, that seems like a really cool aspect. And I'd be down to kind of look at it, but you also got to understand now, especially with how this events, how the events are gonna run. Having any Dark Seal is gonna be kind of painful, because the thing is, like, even if like Island Raid and AR were registerable every other week, right? Like, let's say they both were registerable at the same time. And you had top commander in the middle of that. Now, are you gonna have top commander during Island Raid and AR, right? Is that gonna be how you get your your kill event points and all that kind of stuff? I'm kind of interested to see how that works, because it's really weird. And I don't know. It's really interesting. Also, I want to say, I don't think that they are adding Island Raid back simply because we wanted it back. Like, if AR was earning more money, I doubt they would have cared to jump right back to IR. And the reason they're also probably doing this is because of how frequent they're going to make it, meaning that they're going to earn more money since there are going to be more fights. But you also got to understand, I don't think that we've had points, and maybe in this island's like the only exception, but in all the ARs, I feel like the fights have been less interesting, especially in G1. The fights have been less intense, especially since you only can fight the last day or two, and they're less drawn out, making it like kind of, and I feel like the points have not hit an all-time high like they used to, right? Like the kill points and all that kind of stuff. So it is pretty interesting that they're adding it back, which I think is because their profits maybe dipped. And I really hope that they don't refuse you the chance to send each other resources on Island Raid at least. I mean, I'm sure they will. It's just really annoying, that little feature. I know I'm just talking about random stuff here, but I just kind of wanted to pander on my topics. Taking down Dark Seal. I don't know how I feel about this. I guess we'll see when they bring out the new event format. It's just really weird because if they have Island Raid and AR every single week, right? And you got to understand how long these events are, meaning that right when you finish one, you're probably about to be jumping into the next, which is insane. And if that's the case, how the heck are they going to fit Dark Seal or the new edition of Dark Seal in here? I just don't understand how they're going to do that. I'm sorry about all the notifications popping up here, guys. I just don't see how they're going to fit a new edition of Dark Seal or even the current Dark Seal format. Even if it lasts 2 days, it's like you already have all these events. Unless they're changing like how much it takes to heal troops, this is going to be very painful. They also said the cross-region events require significant investment and can be challenging for regular players to participate in. We have noticed this issue, and therefore we will adjust the base rescue rate, and I'm assuming this means like your return rate, right? Which is actually pretty nice, especially if they're going to be making this as frequent as it is. They need to up that to at least 85% of a return rate for me to be as interested in participating as frequently as I would. And even then, I would have to lower the amount of deaths I'm getting every island, because if I'm competing in every single island that I'm playing, right? And they're as frequent as this, I'm gonna have to really lower how much I'm like losing every island, how many deaths I'm getting, and be really smart about that. Even with an 85% return rate, that really stacks up if you're doing that every single week. That is kind of insane, and you're burning through all your troops. All right. Our AR is highly competitive but does not offer sufficient rewards. In the new version, we'll introduce a seasonal shop. You can participate in the recovery of Pump Bay, Island Raid, AR, and other events to earn seasonal merit and exchange them for items in the seasonal shop. We will also continue to adjust the reward mechanism in the future updates to make it more rewarding. I don't actually have an issue with this. I still think that they need to adjust how it distributes rewards. I think how it was in Island Raid was really nice, right? You could get first place, you get second place, you could get third place, you could get fourth place, etc., right? And I think if they did that in AR, that would be perfect, because then you could give your ally second place if they contributed less, right? And then if you were the big dog, right? But instead, when you're going into phase 1, you have to decide who's going to get the shaft into the rewards, who's going to miss out on the nano, etc., etc. So if they're maybe including nano in the seasonal shop, maybe your kills kind of determine, your kill rank determines how many merit points you get and all that kind of stuff. This can maybe be more so rewarding, and they're not purely basing it off of like who captured the level 7 in phase 1 or whatever. It's just a little bit annoying. That's one of like my biggest qualms with Island and just the Legions in general, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I'll talk about that another time maybe. Question: regions where armaments are still locked have encountered alliances with armament unlocked in AR. Okay, yeah. So they're saying like, I guess I think it takes like 70 days or something for armaments to unlock in a region, right? And I guess they register in AR and they have their armaments locked and they kind of get screwed over. Basically said we will adjust the unlock fee requirements for armaments so that they unlock when your Federation history is, basically a month old and your shelter reaches level 24. Additionally, Island Raid and AR will gradually start at the Federation history when the Federation history reaches 28 days. So they're going to unlock armaments right as they allow you to enter, Island Raid and AR. So I mean that's that, I guess. Nothing crazy. I mean I guess that's a good thing, right? Or good or bad, kind of how you look at it, because if a whale is in a newer region, they have their armaments automatically, whereas like normal players, I guess, like kind of take a while to build theirs up. It's really how you look at it. Question: what other adjustments or optimizations are there for large-scale cross-region events? Answer: apart from the return of Island Raid, we have also adjusted the frequency of cross-server events. I don't think that's a good thing, right? Like I don't think like I said, there's probably good to it, but there's more bad than good with how frequent it's going to be. Like, return rate on deaths is good. Are they going to help with our healing bill? Like, I just don't know. Apart from the return of Island, we have also adjusted the frequency of cross-server events. AR will run once every 2 weeks. Registration for the next round starts on the 17th. The recovery of Pump Bay will run once a week, with registration opening on Mondays and battles happening on Tuesdays. And I actually don't have the biggest issue with this personally. It might just be because my schedule works around this. I know for a lot of people it's going to suck. The only reason I say this is because like I think like how it coincides with like IR and AR, right? It's just really bad when you have like all your deaths and stuff, and you're kind of sitting on those for Pumpe. But at the same time, I know that this can kind of coincide with a lot of people's work schedules, which really sucks. The available time slots have also been adjusted, so I guess they changed the time periods that you can register or whatever, or get in there. Only the top 10 alliances and a region's alliance might rankings will qualify for the recovery of Pumpe. Okay. Did they mention something about Crisis 8? I swear they said that, but I didn't read that. Unless I missed it. I mean, I know they. Okay. I didn't read about this. I don't know why. I only mentioned the return rate. Yeah, they also said in Crisis Raid healing rate for Island and AR, and then in the next update will be adjusted, I guess. Which you would assume with how everything's going here that the Crisis 8 healing rate is going to be even higher. And hopefully not lower, because if they lower, that's kind of absurd, right? That'd be an insane update. But if they're upping the return on, I guess, the Crisis 8 healing rate, that's actually really nice, since I feel like they already heal a good portion of your troops. For example, if I use the Crisis 8 thing to heal, and I had let's say 800k troops in my hospital, I might have 150k right left over after the Crisis 8 healing, and everybody's helped me. So if they maybe get it down to 100k or even 50k, that'll be really nice, because that'll save me a ton of resources. And let's say I just go into Island Raid or something, and I fight it out, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to fill my hospital this Island Raid, or maybe this Island Raid isn't for me, but I'll still fill my hospital, I'll still fight it out a little bit, and then I can leave Island, and I can just do my Crisis 8 healing. I mean, I already do this, but it's going to be even better if they have it kind of adjusted, you know what I mean? So I am able to save more resources, more speed ups, etc. for another Island or another AR that's going to be more worth fighting in, or to the full extent, as well as just the fact that it's good for recovery after the event. So overall, I don't hate this event completely. I do think that the event's going to be more of a net negative. I feel like they're doing this because it's probably going to earn them more money, because more people are going to be fighting more often, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be crazy how frequent it is. And like I said, if there's an 85% return rate or something, or even higher than that, that's going to be nice, right? I definitely think it needs to be adjusted if they're going to make it as frequent as they are. Either way, I do appreciate you guys for watching. You guys give me your thoughts in the comment section. I know this video was a bit long, but I do hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I kind of got my thoughts out to you guys. And yeah, you guys have a great day or night, though, and I will see you guys in the next video. And that is it. Peace out.